By now, your kids have been back in school for a few weeks, and if your house is anything like mine, you are already in a lunch rut. Kelly Morrow from Bastyr University is here with us with some tips on preparing school lunches that are both healthy and simple. Kelly, I have to say, for my son, peanut butter every day. Yeah. My daughter always wants turkey. How important is it to mix that up?
Well, you know, I think it's okay if kids do have some of the similar things over and over. I mean, it is just the way that kids eat, you know. So one of the things you can do, though, is if you do involve them in the process of making lunches a little bit, maybe even plan ahead, like, for instance, take them to the grocery store, make some lists of some of the different food groups, then they might actually expand that repertoire just a little bit.
If I'm going to let my kids help make, it's going to have to be easy.
Yes,
let's talk about that. You have some ideas to help keep those recipes easy, but also quick for us to make.
Yeah. So one of the things you can do if you're involving your kids is to teach them about the different food groups. And those are the different components that you want to have in the lunch. So they can actually make their own lunch. Wouldn't that make your morning a little bit easier?
That would make things go faster, absolutely.
So basically what you do is you talk to them about the different food groups we have here, starches, and the starches are going to be the things that help give them energy. You're going to have protein foods. So there's a bunch of different protein foods here. We have like tofu, cheese, turkey. You were saying that turkey's a popular one. Obviously the nut butters, but I thought I'd put a couple of different ones out here, like edamame. These are
my
soybeans.
son loves edamame.
Yeah, that could be something you could throw in the lunch. And then also those are some toasted pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds, and I just put a little bit of soy sauce on those. So they're really tasty, and those are a protein as well.
And would you make that the main serving, or is that just a side?
Well, I think as long as they have something from each group, because they eat such a variety throughout the day, you don't have to worry that if they just eat nuts for their lunch. I think it's fine. If they choose something from each group, it's still fine. So you choose a protein, you choose a starch, and then you choose a fruit and a vegetable, and have them pick the ones that they like, and then they can just put those in their lunch. And if you have fun little containers, that makes it more interesting. If they want something sweet, they could put like a little dried fruit in there. A beverage, I've got some examples here. In our family, we do sparkling water with a little lemon. That's an easy one to do. It kind of makes the top of their thermos pop a little bit when they open it. They like that. There's milk. Some of the ones that are unsweetened are going to be the best choice. And then we also make iced tea in our family, but the herbal kind, and we call it kid tea.
Aha.
And so, you know, as an alternative to juice.
Almost a little trick for them. Now, what about those times when you do feel like I've just got to grab something prepackaged? Are there healthy choices?
You know, a lot of these things actually are kind of prepackaged. Like, I just picked this up at PCC today.
Okay.
This is just some marinated tofu. This is one of my son's favorites. He loves that. You know, the sliced turkey is really easy. I brought some applesauce here. That's an easy fruit you can throw in. So some of it is kind of assembly type things, and you don't always have to have a sandwich. They can actually have things that are separate. Like in our family, we often will put turkey with a slice of cheese and roll it up, and then he'll just have a whole grain roll with that.
Just fun
and then
finger
a fruit
foods.
And a vegetable. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be, you know, the typical sandwich that you think about. As long as you have something from each group, then you're going to have a balanced meal.
Great. Well, thank you very much. I know that you have recipes on Bastyr's website, too, and we have linked to that. Just go to KOMOnews.com and click on the KOMO 4 TV tab to find the link. Mike?